the girl I was, Diana Sinclair. Fond of fun, amusement, fond of all those things most girls think make life worthwhile. I was keen about the water, loved horses, and often took in a spot of sailing. Bob, the boyfriend, owned a boat. But don't get the idea I was a lady of leisure. I worked for my living. Bob was in the Air Force, and the time came when he had to leave for training overseas. I waved him goodbye. Somehow I felt useless. Why were wars always especially reserved for men? Why was there no place for women in a great catastrophe that took their men from them? Of course, I did my share of war work, but I didn't seem to be getting anywhere. I was only a part-time war worker. Then Bob got his DFC for gallantry. Somehow that brought home to me more than anything else the futility of my own war effort. I wasn't pulling my weight. The night I got that news, I made a decision. An important decision for any girl, because I knew it would change my life to a great extent. But I made it, and I've never regretted it. In fact, I've never ceased reproaching myself for not making it earlier. I joined the Women's Auxiliary Australian Air Force, followed thousands of other girls into the grandest wartime career a woman can have. I found that this war is not for men alone, that the Women's Air Force is, in many tremendously important respects, just as vital as the RAAF. We also serve. From the very first moment I liked it. PT gave me a new sense of physical well-being, and rookie drill taught me discipline. I found a jolly crowd in the recreation hut in leisure hours. They made me welcome. We have fun, real fun. You don't miss a civilian life. Our sleeping quarters are airy, neat, and spotlessly clean. For a while I was billeted in a beautiful historic home, taken over by the WAAAF. There's so much a girl learns in the Air Force. Teleprinter operation, for instance. How to handle a man-sized truck. Aircraft recognition, so that you know friend from enemy. Radio operation is important. So is the study of meteorology. The Air Force depends on it. Others have expert instruction in the culinary art to fit them as Air Force cooks. An interesting department is the care and folding of parachutes. A man's life may depend on what you do here. It's a great service, one that any girl can get a thrill of pride out of belonging to. Every new recruit permits of the urgent and far wider development of the RAAF. The WAAF needs women by the thousand. It's an entirely new life for the women who enter the service, but it's a grand life. The woman I was, and the woman I am. It's astounding the mental difference a change of clothes will make. When Bob comes home, I won't need to be ashamed of what I didn't do. If I'm to be his comrade for life in peace, I've begun by being his comrade in war. I'll be able to answer that haunting question. Are you in a war job? You can't believe the number of words you have to use if you can't say yes. And after the war is all over, that question will still be there. I joined the Women's Auxiliary Australian Air Force. And I'm glad. Glad because I haven't let my country's call go unheeded. That I didn't shut my eyes to a need which is plain for every young woman in this country to see. The Women's Auxiliary Air Force has given me a new interest in life, an entirely different outlook, and has supplied the answer to a question. It is a haunting question, you know. Are you in a war job? Are you?